Hi everybody, welcome to Choice of the Pirate. We're back for episode 2. Jesus, so the comments last time, that was a bit awkward. That's fine. So Clint, last time, you left a comment. I think it was Clint. What do you want to see here? Oh, a landlubber's guide to the terms. Right, so these are just words that we're going to see in the story. And I guess these are all the definitions for them. So fame, how well you're known, right? Pistols and swords, your ability to handle yourself in a fight. Skullduggery or sneakiness. Oh, no. Okay, these are just explaining my skills and what they mean here. Okay, I understand. So if you want to read this, you could pause it right here. Fantastic. We're going to move on. So return to the game. Oh, okay. So, how did I get into this mess? This is what I live for. Piracy, a life of freedom and plunder. I think I'm going to go with that, probably. Yeah, let's do it. It's a pirate's life for you. The thrill of battle, the excitement of the chase, the grog, the romance. By the way, I'm trying on a new mic, so if I sound a little different, that's why. Everything about life at sea, out from under the tyranny of the crown's strict rule, appeals to you. Everything, that is, except for Captain Blackguard. As tyrants go, he's not much better than the crown. If you had enough gold to buy your own ship, and to get out of your contract with Blackguard, you know you'd be a much better captain than he is. And really, gold and freedom are all it takes to be a pirate captain, which is why there's such a low bar for entry. What is it you despise most about Blackguard? His cruelty to my shipmates, his stingy sharing of our plunder. He's not a... Yeah, there you go. So maybe if I fight him, this will kind of mean that he's bad. He's not skilled. I don't know what to say. While Caesar is more concerned about Blackguard's cruelty, even putting himself in the way of the lash to spare other sailors, you have a more professional critique. Which of his areas of bumbling do you find most offensive? He's a bully, but his combat lacks finesse. He's about as sneaky as a cannonball. He wouldn't know diplomacy if it bit him. He's frankly an awful sailor, or he doesn't even understand what our cambiant, our weather mage, does. Well, I'm gonna be quite honest, I don't know what the weather mage does, so we're gonna go with that. Few people who aren't cambiants really understand what the weather mages do, or the extent of their abilities, but aside from recognizing occasionally where the wind ought to come from in order to get his ship in the right place, Blackguard is hopeless at using your ship's cambiant's abilities. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right or not. The cambiant, sure, has long since learned not to bother arguing or offering advice, as Blackguard pretty much leaves him to his own devices, as long as the captain isn't contradicted. Maybe today will be the day that Blackguard meets his fate. But in the meantime, you've got to be sure you don't head off early into yours. Two of Briar's pirates swinging onto deck next to you. Oh, what the fuck? What just happened over here? CSGO Lounge. Wow. Okay. You've no time to clear the rail onto Briar's ship next to Caesar. You're in the middle of battle. What do? My pistol and cutlass are already drawn to battle. I use my magic. Oh, there's magic here. Well, I guess there is a mage, right? To fight unconventionally. All fires in combat, especially cheating. Use my knowledge of the ship to my advantage. Let's do that. You're not worried when the pirates swing over because you know right where you're standing, and you know exactly what hazards they're about to land in. There's no need for traps aboard the ship. The deck is dangerous enough with loose lines and supplies. When one of the pirates lands next to you into a coil of line, you pull the belaying pin, keeping it secured. The line snaps around the pirate's leg, hoisting him aloft. Simultaneously, a sheet of sail drops onto the other opponent. He curses and struggles to free himself. You clock his covered head with the belaying pin, and he goes silent. Though your battle only took seconds, the scene around you has changed in the meantime, and the air is full of gunpowder. One of the cambiants, either Briar's or your own, you're not sure, shifts the wind. Both ships tack without the sailors being ready for it. You and everyone else stagger to keep your balance. You see Blackguard engaged in a duel with one of the Briar's pirates, a tall woman who is Briar's first mate, you guess, near the steering wheel, not far from you. Blackguard is hard pressed. Maybe he really has met his match this time. Unfortunately, if he dies, Briar might turn the crew into the crown for Blackguard's bounty. If Blackguard and the mate both die, that's 2 problems solved. I don't care what happens to the crew as long as Blackguard's killed. I defend my captain at the end. I think Blackguard is going to come out of this alive no matter what. So if I just... so this, I guess, is me trying to kill Blackguard. This is me trying to kill both of them. And then this is me trying to defend him. So I'm just going to go for the defense. Otherwise, Blackguard's going to get really angry at me, I guess. I don't know. I have no clue. You're a loyal member to his crew, even if Blackguard's a disgrace to pirates everywhere. He's your captain. There you go. That's fantastic. Although, you don't want to die. And there are always ways of saving the captain's life. Oh, and there are always ways that saving the captain's life could turn to your advantage. Okay. The question becomes, just how will you intervene to save his life? Like I handle most problems with my sword. I use my magic to rot the deck beneath the mate's foot. I sneak up on Briar's mate and club her from behind. I stamp on one end of loose plank to trip up the captain's foe. All the captain needs is a moment's distraction. I hurl insults at Briar's... Oh yeah, fantastic. It's like Spider-Man. There's nothing like a few well-placed insults to derail diplomatic relations. The same thing works sometimes in combat. You shout out rude comments about Briar. Her first mate's loyalty to her captain is admirable, and easy to manipulate. She hears your shouts and turns, just long enough for Captain Blackguard to stab her in the back. Oh my god! Blackguard takes a moment to assess the rest of the battle before approaching you. Good work, sailor, he says. Yeah. Good work, sailor. That actually, I might even cut that, because that sounded disgusting. He says, and you can tell that, despite his good cheer, he doesn't really recall your name. And though through the grime and salt caked on your tunic, he's not entirely sure of your gender either. Oh, this is fantastic, right? So you get to pick. And that's just how I intended. Okay. I don't see myself, people used to see me as a woman, but I'm a man. I'm a man. So there you go. What's my given name? I don't like any of these names. What's my name? We're gonna go with, what should be a good name? We're gonna go with James. I have no idea why, I'm reading a book and that's the main character's name, and the book is right next to me, so fantastic. James, family name. We're gonna go with Tesla, because in some of my other that's the worst name. Oh my god, in some of my other, I guess these are Let's Plays. That has been my last name, so there you go. One day, with enough fame or infamy, you will earn a monkier. Monkier? Okay. But for now, you're only James Tesla, a lowly sailor your captain couldn't be bothered to remember. But the way he's looking at you now, you can tell he'll remember what you've just done. You hear the familiar sound of incantations and the old island language, my pure, as both your Cambiant and the Cambiant on Briar's ship chant to try to control the water and sky around you. Dueling winds never bode well for the sailors between, and this time is no different. Before either you or Captain Blackguard can leap back into the fray, a terrible scream of grinding hulls cuts across the deck as the winds push the ships into each other. Breath later, and the air explodes around you, flattening everyone to the quivering deck. The winds do not stop. The ships push into each other as the air tears at the hulls, until it's clear that both ships are going to shake themselves to pieces. Abandoning ship is the only thing to do, but rather than ordering the crew to flee, Blackguard is swearing up a storm, cursing at his now unconscious Cambiant to fix things. The air holding you to the deck releases, and you have time to move, but where will you go? Blackguard's cabin to save the charts below deck to make sure everyone gets out. The cargo hold to retrieve what treasure you can save for I can trade from I think I'm going to go for the charts, because maybe this can help me out later, but I do kind of want to save everyone. I don't know. We'll go for the charts. Though you doubt Blackguard cares much for them, any real sailor's first priority is the nautical charts that serve as guides across the sea. You ignore the captain's useless curses at someone to salvage the situation. The deck trembles beneath your feet as you stumble down the ladder to get below deck. The berth deck isn't faring much better. You can see the leaks already springing through the hull, and the groan of the wood beneath you makes it clear she's not going to last much longer. You list through the galley like a seasick landlubber, grabbing an old sack from the ship's cook supplies, as the portly old pirate staggers toward the ladder. You certainly won't need it anymore. Oh, as the cook staggers toward the ladder. Okay. The door to Blackguard's cabin, one of the only real doors on the ship, is unsurprisingly locked. I break the door open with my shoulder, pick the lock. Let's pick the lock. Okay, we're going to end it here for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, like the video. I hope to see you soon. I'm getting a lot more subscribers recently, which is fantastic. I'm really happy about that. And yeah, if you enjoyed, share the video too. That'd be really helpful. Okay, I'll see y'all next time. Thank you very much for watching again. Goodbye.
If we